I've been on the hunt to curate my perfect wardrobe at Abercrombie.
We got to see our favorite DJ.
We're going to miss it. I mean, we've had some good...
Back to Bachelor Happy Hours Golden.
Also at 3 a.m. Drink vitamin water. It's from New York.
Welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hours Golden Hour. Thanks for joining us. We're so excited to be back. Hello, Susan.
Hello, Kathy, and we are here. And if you people haven't followed us yet, you're going to miss it. I mean, we've had some good stuff going on here.
Where are they if they're not following Susan?
I don't
know.
What are
they doing?
I know a lot of them are because they definitely write me notes. So just search for Bachelor Happy Hour in your podcast app and hit the follow button, and then you'll know every time we put out a new episode.
That's right. That's why you have to hit the follow button, right? It makes total sense. Right? And while you're there, leave us a review, write a question, tell us how much you love us. You know the drill. You can do it.
Or not. You can even listen to the past episodes, and we've had some really good ones. We're having fun answering your questions, so keep them coming. BachelorNation.com/Golden Hour. And we have some great questions today and a very, very handsome special guest.
We do.
That I am going to quiz.
Yeah, well, get in line because I got him first. Today, we have fan favorite from Jen's season of The Bachelor and future Bachelor in Paradise star who's going to be dating me in paradise. Jonathan Johnson is here.
Oh, we're going to have a great
Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for joining us. We are so
You are
excited
too cute for words. You really are.
You are absolutely adorable. I mean, I have so many questions, but can I just jump in with the first one? You are 28, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I want to talk to you about lacrosse. You're a lacrosse player, is that correct? What position did you play? Or do you play?
I played close defense.
Say it again, close defense?
Yeah.
Okay, so my son played long stick D.
Same. Okay, that's close, long stick D, same thing.
I was going to say, I had a feeling they were the same. And he now refs, he's like a state ref in Texas. Do you still play? Do you ref? What do you do?
No, I mean, I have a whole lacrosse set up in my backyard. So me and my roommates, we all played in college, and we'll just go back out there throughout the day. And
where did you play?
I played at a school called Sierra Nevada University in Lake Tahoe.
Was it in the Sierra Nevadas?
In Lake Tahoe?
Yeah. So it's just a small club school, like nothing crazy. But I just went because I love the game and wanted to have fun, and it was where I could snowboard still and just have a good time.
It's a great game, is it not?
It's the best.
So I'm going to ask you, Jonathan, and see if you know the answer to this question. What is the national sport of Canada? Do you know?
Probably hockey.
I would guess hockey.
Curling.
Jonathan, what sport are we talking about?
Lacrosse?
See, I figured it was a good question because you brought it up. So,
yeah, you made it.
The obvious
I was trying to throw you an easy pitch there, Jonathan.
I was really trying to trip you up. That's what she's
I was trying to throw him an easy.
I have a hard time trusting. I know you guys are going to mess with me a little bit. I didn't want to just jump on the easy cheese.
Oh, we are not going to mess with you one little bit. We're going to be with you in paradise. Why would we mess with you on this?
Yeah, don't you think we should come?
I hope so. We would have a damn good time.
We would have a ball. But wait, before we get into all of it, I am so curious. You know, the internet is the internet is the internet. And everybody thought she ran to you and yous were dating the whole nine. You have your opportunity now to tell us like it is. Or not.
What did he say? I didn't hear you. Speak up, young man.
I said, what do you want to know?
Everything. A to Z.
Do you date? Are you dating Jen?
No. But we do spend a lot of time together. We get along great. She did not come running back.
I know.
Listen,
I wasn't
Jonathan,
believing everything.
If I were your age, I would have done it. I don't have Jen's hair. I don't have her body, but those are just details.
I'm more of a personality guy anyways.
You are?
Oh, big time.
Oh, Susan, maybe it's not too late. Where's your father?
Oh, my God.
My dad's a very quiet guy. He lives in Kansas City, but he's more soft-spoken, handsome guy.
Is he single?
Very single, yeah.
Susan.
Oh, Kathy, there's a shot for us.
Yeah. Us?
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
we're gonna
Excuse me?
get serious now, okay?
All right.
And then
Let's
we'll
get-
come back to this too,
All
of
right.
course. All right,
Let's
I'm gonna
get to
ask
the
you
topic of the
something.
day. Go ahead, Susan. Do it.
Do you think it's ever okay to keep secrets from your partner? And if so, when is a time you think it's okay to keep those secrets?
Only
Well-
over very minimal things. I think. Okay, let's be very specific here.
Okay.
She gets a new dress that she is fired up on. You don't like it, but she feels incredible. How do I look in this? You look smashing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you think
He's a
you look.
smart
You
man.
look
Your
incredible.
father
That's
trained
what
you
I'm saying.
well.
You
That's
are
one of those-
well trained, Jonathan.
So there are
However,
minimal
But
things.
wait.
If it doesn't affect their emotion or their state of mind, then okay.
All right, I'm going to give you some examples. Like if you're fleeting a crush and mean things you might want to say during a fight. If a friend or family member doesn't like them, would you keep those things from them?
So what are you saying? Like if you get into a sibling fight,
no.
Like
Let's
if
for
say your
example-
brother don't like the girl that you're with, are you going to tell the girl, look, my brother's not digging you, so
no, because my brother
Exactly.
we're together.
exactly.
Like it doesn't matter. Oh, my family doesn't like you. What is that? That doesn't do anything.
Why
I
would
like
you do
That's why
that?
we're together.
Are
So-
you going to? What about if you like had a crush on a girl, like just a fleeting crush? You know, nothing. Are you going to tell her that you've like? I got to tell you, I had this little crush, but I'm kind of over it now. You going to tell her?
I am very direct anytime I approach women. Or if I have a crush on somebody, I let them know almost immediately. I don't. There's no reason
but-
to hold back in life.
Wait, you tell the person you have a crush on them?
100%.
Why don't I do that?
Because
I will
Susan,
say that
there's
every-
not
every
enough time in the
woman
day
comes
for you to
up
tell all
man,
the people that you.
There's something
What?
behind the confidence of when a woman comes up to a man and says, "I have a crush on you." That it gets me every time. Like I don't know what it is.
Wait, if
but
a woman comes up to you and says, "I have a crush on you," you fall for her?
I don't fall for her, but I fall for the confidence, and I'm like, well, let's talk. Let's see if there's something here. Then
Hey, Jonathan,
I
Yeah.
like you.
I have a crush on you.
perfect. Well, we still have another hour to talk, so let's figure it out.
Oh my God, you are fabulous. All right,
Kathy, what would you do?
about a fleeting
Look,
crush.
No. Do you think it's okay to keep secrets?
I'm with Jonathan. I think, it depends on what it is.
I would never want to hurt someone's feelings.
Well, I mean, my in-laws did not like me very much because they, who knows why. And I really always hated that I knew that. I wish, I hadn't known, although.
Mhm.
So I think it just depends on the circumstance. I do.
Mhm.
I think it depends. I'm also, Jonathan, extremely honest, but it gets me in trouble sometimes.
Same. But
What
there's
about you,
also
Susan?
situations
I
in which
sugar.
people need to hear the hard truth sometimes too. And whether you
Yeah.
like it or not, like sometimes people need to know. Like if a friend of yours is messing up and they can't see it, sometimes you got to be the one to be the bearer of bad news and be like, you are really effing things up right now,
Mhm.
and it's not okay.
Susan
Yeah.
did that to me today.
I do, but I sugarcoat it and I'm very sweet about it. But I do make my point. I mean, because you love somebody, you don't want to have resentment or something, so you need to get it out. You have to say it like it is.
Yep. I'm a
It
firm believer
stings,
too.
but-
If you have an issue with somebody, it doesn't matter who it is. It's not fair to that person to just have animosity towards them and them not
Right.
know why at all.
But
and you
don't
build
you think?
resentment. Yeah.
Yeah, but wait a minute. As Susan and I have spoken about this, don't you think delivery matters? How you say it?
100%. It's like
Yeah.
100.
you can't yell at somebody who doesn't speak English. They're never going to understand why you're angry. So communication is huge. If they can't understand where you're coming from and how you're saying it, it's not going to be received. How you say it is just as important as how it's received.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I
All right.
agree.
You're good in my book so far.
I've been on the hunt to curate my perfect capsule wardrobe, and spoiler alert, it's from Abercrombie. Every capsule needs a staple pair of jeans, and Abercrombie's low-rise baggy jean has become my new favorite. I was shop in store or
IBM. Let's create.
addressing the problems inside to help hair recoveries ensure you'll never miss a day. See results in
We are going to go ask you some questions because, inquiring.
OL.com promo code happy hour. That's Nutrafol.com promo code happy hour.
All right, so we are gonna go ask you some questions because inquiring minds do want to know. As we said before, we cannot wait to see you in paradise because you'll be carrying our luggage for us. But we want to know.
Are you hoping that they do a younger and golden paradise together? Did you ever hear that rumor? We just heard that.
As soon as
as soon
as I got the first invite after Men Tell All, they're like, "How the Golden Ladies came up?" I was like, "I don't discriminate. I'll have fun and hang out with whoever. I don't care. It'll be a good time."
I love him.
You're and if you get your heart broken, Susan and I'll be there to console you.
Well, besides hoping that we'll be there, who else would you hope to be there?
Yeah,
I keep getting asked this question. Part of my answer is
new blood.
I don't have anybody, but it's partially because I haven't seen everybody. And like I said, I'm a big personality. I could see somebody and be like, wow, she just drop dead gorgeous. Like, love her look, love the aesthetic of who she is. But I'm not going to get
conversation
over somebody if I don't know who they are yet.
Right.
And that kind of carries over into the fact that
wait a minute. Do you mean their personality, Jonathan? I lost you there. You're saying she could be beautiful, but you have to see what her personality is before you decide whether to go in? Is that what you're saying?
She could be a 10 out of 10, but if I can't carry a conversation or have the answer, it's just not going to work out.
Can I just tell you, I loved your butt with the bandages and the whole line.
I just want to ask you, like, your butt hanging out was
so good.
It was so good. I want to know, other than it being a shtick, like, did you stay up late at night? Like, how can I impress her? Like, what went through your mind?
Honestly, I think I'm just like a creative guy in general. And immediately when I was going over ideas, that was probably one of the top 3 or 4 that came to me almost immediately. And then me and my producer kind of built on it. And I was like, can we make this happen? Is this possible? And we landed on where I came out.
So I'm going to ask you, what are you going to wear if on Paradise? How are you going to stroll into the beach? What are you going to wear?
You're going to do something new?
Did you say nude?
New.
Ooh.
What are you going to do?
I don't know, actually. That's a really, really good point because that one was focused on the fact that Jen was a PA.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess
why don't you just come in with like
regarding myself,
a beautiful Italian suit with skinny leg pants and great shoes.
Susan, stop it. On a beach.
I do wear very short shorts. People seem to love that.
Good legs.
So can I.
When I came in on our Golden Bachelor season, and the producers, they're asking, what did you think about all the people that came in creatively? Because, somebody came in on a walk, or somebody came in a birthday suit, somebody came in a wig and whatever. And I looked at them and I said, I came in creatively. I walked.
Yeah.
that was like, we had a few on our season, but not like that.
The guys were kind of tame on Jen's.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
very tame. Well, did you see the other Jonathan covered his face too?
I was like, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute.
He's adorable. But yeah, I think he stole from you, Jonathan number 1. I think Jonathan number 2.
It kind of looks like he could be my dad. We're both light-skinned.
Yeah,
right. But there's no woman that you wish from any of the seasons that would be there. Nobody in particular, like some fresh new meat. Yes.
Nobody in particular yet.
Okay.
No.
I like it.
And I want to that way. I want to go in with an open mind. I don't want to come in there and be set on one person.
Have something in your head.
Yes.
The hell, or I lose sight and I don't see somebody who's amazing, like right there, and I don't get because
that is smart, Jonathan. Okay, so I have a question. I don't know where I read this, or maybe you said it on the show. You've obviously received an incredible outpouring of love, from
they
the
like
show.
You.
And everyone loves you. But what I loved is you said, I treat every girl the way I would want to see my mother and sister treated.
That's when we fell in love.
That's when I fell in love right there, because the fact that you know that and want to treat a woman that way says that you understand how a woman wants to be treated. And it also says you treat your mother and sister well.
I try my best to. I've gotten a little bit away from having the time to give to them with all the attention and things that I have going on.
Yeah.
But outside of that, when I'm with them, I like to I like to put my phone away. I like to sit down and just listen. I like to be attentive. I like to give them confidence, make sure they feel comfortable. And a lot of
undivided attention.
The way that I treat women kind of have come forward too. Like even if it's a girlfriend, I don't care who it is. Every time a woman gets into my car, the door is open. The door is also open when she gets out. Like very little things. If they're cold, my jacket, like it. And
Jonathan, I have a great. What do you do for a living right now? I guess you're busy with all this, right?
I'm a creative director, but like I make ads for companies for social.
Okay, I've got a new career for you. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. You need to open up a business where you teach men civility and good manners and how not to take, if they're going on websites, dating websites, please do not take pictures of yourself, naked from the waist
up. In the bathroom.
Holding a beer in the bathroom.
In a towel.
And holding up a dead fish. Like you could really educate men if they want to find women.
I wanted to do that job.
Well, yeah.
Educate men on how to get on dating sites.
A hard part for the longest time for me is I think I am like the stereotypical nice guy where people are like nice guys finish last. And I believed that for the longest time until I became very confident in myself. And I realized I could still win and treat women with respect, whether it's even in the circumstance of just hooking up with somebody. You meet them for one night and you hook up, whatever.
Susan, do you know what you mean?
I just learned what hooking up is.
I had to teach you what hooking up is.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't think it was all the way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you sleep with somebody, have sex?
I guess there's multiple definitions of it, but that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
But I think over time, I just learned that like, you don't have to act like a quote unquote dick or like a guy that's just like so confident. And so it's like, I'm not suave. I'm not smooth.
Right, an asshole. They're assholes.
And I make people feel comfortable. And like they deserve to be treated no matter the circumstance. And I think
are you taking a woman home to meet mama when you hook up with her one night? Is that the woman you're taking home to meet your mother?
No.
There you go.
I also have like a very friendly relationship with my mom too, where I would introduce anybody to my mom. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm asking.
I do know what you're asking, but also,
well, that's once you're in a relationship.
I don't judge based on that. Some people just, to them, it's fun, and you have a connection with somebody, and it happens to be more than just emotional. Maybe it's just physical that night too. Like you could connect emotionally to the depth that you do physically too. And I think that if that's where it leads, that's where it leads. There's no right or wrong in that situation to me. I don't think. I think everybody.
Susan looks like she's in shock.
That's what I'm hoping for. Not only physically, but emotionally as well.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, it won't happen. Like you can't just hook up with somebody, I guess for me, unless that emotional connection is also there as well.
Have you hooked up with a woman for one night that you were like, this is, she's attractive. Let's just go to bed together and have fun. And the next day she thinks you're, about to ask her to get married. Has that ever happened where a woman jumps right in? You know what? I'm joking.
No, honestly, no. I'm not one to just like hook up a bunch. It's just not my energy or vibe anymore. But it definitely does happen. Like when you do treat people with respect and kindness, like I like to, I think in today's modern world where men aren't as respectful as they should be. Yeah. They think that as this guy wants to be with me, and it could get you in trouble if you don't handle it in the right way. Yeah. With being honest and upfront with that person, almost.
Yeah. And with respect, yes. Yeah. I have a big question. So you're like this king of median kings. Can you tell me what that is?
Wait, I have to tell you, Susan, I tried to research.
Oh my goodness.
What the hell does that mean, king? You know what kept coming up on the internet? Mattresses.
And how do we make medium kings mainstream?
What the hell is a medium king?
What is it? Talk to us.
Before I went on the show,
right,
it was an ongoing joke with a friend of mine that I was not a short king, I wasn't a tall king or a tall guy. I was medium. I was perfectly average.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Okay,
that's average.
I think 5'9" is actually the average, but
yeah.
Medium kings are the average, 5'9" to 5'11", somewhere in that range. And it became an ongoing joke, and I just became like a self-proclaimed medium king. So by the time I got on the show, I see all these monstrosities that they bring on to the Bachelor. Right. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing here?
You can hold your own at 5'11".
Out of it. because we had a comedy show in Australia, did a whole bit about being a medium king, and I think people kind of ate it up. So from that point on, Jen and all the guys knew me as a medium king.
The medium
So
king.
they would just call me that throughout the season, and we just had fun with it. And yeah, there was the blooper where Jen called me a medium king, and then now the public knew about it, and we just kind of ran.
That's what it's about. I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either. I swear I tried to figure it out.
So are we medium queens?
How tall are you?
5'6".
I'm 5'8".
I mean, technically, yes, but it's hard with women because I feel like you're either just like, when you look at women, you're like, she's either just tall or she's average.
She's not.
You know what I mean? Like, for me, I think a woman, when she's like anywhere from 5 foot to 5'9", is just like average height. But I don't know.
I think
5 foot to
I
5'9"
shrunk
is
too.
average?
I've
Wow.
shrunk.
I don't know.
No,
I
I was
can't speak on
taller,
that. I
but
can't speak on that
you
'cause I'm
get
not a
to my
woman.
age and you start losing inches. It sucks.
I don't put women in baskets, even based on height. That's
Good.
a recipe for a disaster for me, and I will not partake.
So what are
I'll
you
let you guys
attracted to?
decide.
Like, what's your, do you have a certain, like,
I'm a
Big
legs
person.
legs? Okay.
guy. I'm very much like into fitness and taking care of yourself.
All right. I have a question. Do you love being single, and what's the best part of it right now? Or is there a least favorite thing about being single?
Oof.
I mean, you're going on these shows to find love, correct?
Yeah. I love the freedom of being single, but I would also love more than anything to find somebody that is so independent, but also confident in us that I still get to almost live that free lifestyle as far as like making like almost free decisions that she supports.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So like that mindset of being able to live my life the way I want to live it still exists, but I have somebody who's
In it.
but like doing the same things themselves. So we have this confidence in one another where we get to bounce off each other and be like, oh my God, you get to go do that. Have so much fun doing that. I'm going to go do this too. And when we have time, we're going to come together and we're going to share this amazing love and life together. So I think it's a balance where I want somebody who wants to do the same things I do and continue to take advantage of life. And
Some women are more needy of your time, I think, and they don't
Well, I
have
think it
enough
cuts
on
both
their
ways.
enough on their own, and that's why it would become a problem then for you to do your thing without. Yeah, I get it.
I've been on the hunt to curate my perfect capsule wardrobe, and spoiler alert, it's from Abercrombie. Every capsule needs a staple pair of jeans, and Abercrombie's low-rise baggy jean has become my new favorite. I was nervous to try a low-rise, but their jean actually hits at a really comfortable spot on my waist, and the baggy fit looks good with literally all of my tops, whether I'm going out for drinks or just walking around the park. My new go-to outfit combo has been pairing sweaters and skirts together. Abercrombie's Madeline sweater and Scarlet Sport went viral this year, and I definitely get the hype. Super versatile, super comfy, and I love how they have such cute names. My favorite part of a capsule wardrobe is the jacket, and Abercrombie has such good quality coats to transition into colder weather. Shop in-store or online and curate your capsule wardrobe at Abercrombie.
Think scaling AI is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds, helping pilots navigate flights, and on lots of clouds, helping employees automate tasks. On-prem, so designers can access proprietary data, and on the edge, so remote bank tellers can assist customers. Watson X works anywhere, so you can scale AI everywhere. Learn more at ibm.com/WatsonX. IBM. Let's create.
This song goes out to my new best pal, PayPal. Now that I get 5% cash back with my PayPal debit card every month on the category I choose, my PayPal and I, we're going everywhere together because I want to pay with you everywhere. I pay.
Because you seem like a really positive, upbeat guy. But what advice, quickly, just before we move into our next thing, because we're going to answer some fan questions.
Terms apply. See PayPal app. This card is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to license by MasterCard International Inc.
All right. So quickly, just before we move into our next thing, because we're going to answer some fan questions and you're going to help give advice.
Oh, sweet.
What do you have advice for people? Because you seem like a really positive, upbeat guy. But what advice do you give for staying positive when others around you, have found love and you're still dating? I realize you like the freedom, but what advice? How do you stay positive?
I don't know if it's delusion or positivity.
I'm a positive person too,
Yeah,
baby.
right.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm delusionary too, Susan.
No.
I think if you truly believe in success and manifestation of any kind, that your time will come. Like I know
Yep.
my success financially and career driven, like I just know it's going to work out. And I'm like,
Yep.
my time will come. I'm just staying on this path. And I feel that same way about love. I have friends that are married, multiple friends that are married, and friends that have kids. And I'm going to a baby shower next Sunday. And these are like my best friends from childhood. And not a single part of me has envy in a way that's like, God, I wish I was there right now, or I wish I was here for this or that. I know my time has come because I wouldn't have had the growth that I've had and
Right.
been a part of this amazing opportunity if I was already in a relationship. So now I get to enjoy this and appreciate that it came my
It's
way.
everything in its time, right? Everything in its
Exactly.
time.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
Wait,
all right. Well, that's a great answer because I think everything will come. I think you're right.
So it's believe that
And
it's
believe.
truly believe
Yeah.
it.
I am
worthy
a
of it, too.
dreamer, and I
Yep.
believe it's coming.
All
Yeah.
right, you two dreamers. We're moving on here. We're going to go through some questions, and Jonathan, you're going to give advice. The first one is from Stefan or Stephen, but I'm going with Stefan because that's how it's
Stefan.
spelled. He's 38 from Durham, North Carolina. Go Blue Devils, Duke. Greetings, Susan and Kathy. I am writing in because my mom loves you two, and I am seeing her struggling with something. I'm a mama's boy, and I need to try to help, so I thought that maybe she will listen to you guys if I play this back for her. She's been dating someone for the past 6 months who I just don't think treats her well at all. For context, my dad passed away 8 years ago, and he was a wonderful guy and treated her like the queen she is. So now I have very high standards for the kind of guy who should date her, and she thinks it's just because I don't want her to move on from my dad. That's not the case. I really do want her to be happy, but this guy is just a jerk. He expects her to pay for dates, leaves her hanging about plans for days on end, and always cancels on her last minute, like when she's already ready for a date. It's not crossed a dangerous line or anything like that, thankfully. It's just that he's not a good guy, and I hate to see my mom sad all the time when she should be putting herself out there to meet someone better. What do you think this mama's boy should do? Feel free to share advice both for me and for her. I'm going to make her listen to this. Thank you, ladies, and Jonathan.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay, so
think?
I love this guy for writing this. Okay.
Yeah, I do too. What do you think?
This is tough because this is a situation I sit in actually. So I have a single mom. She's 55, and I've never seen her married since I've been born. So,
Does she date, Jonathan?
she yes and no. I don't really. I don't know. I haven't sat down. I haven't lived at home in a while, like 10 years. So I haven't really gotten the chance to like sit down and really get into this topic with her. But for me, when I do see her date, I focus on her happiness in the situation. So whether I love the guy or not, I ask her how she feels about it. Is she happy? Is she comfortable? Does she feel safe and secure? If all those answers are yes, then
You mind your business.
it's not up to me. I'm not dating him. I don't have the end all be all decision in that. But if one of those main points doesn't check out, she's not happy, she doesn't feel safe, and she doesn't feel secure in it, I'm like the main advocate for being like, hey, we need you to really think about it, because I can't tell. I've learned this over time. You can't tell somebody, especially a woman that's
How to
set in
feel.
her ways at this point, like that she's doing things wrong, you know?
Right.
So trying to make sure they take a chance to reflect on the relationship and hopefully know better and what they deserve. And that's all I can do, and be her support
But
system.
you hit on it, Jonathan. Stefan, your mom, she may be perfectly happy with this, and it's up to you to respect your mom, love her. But at the end of the day, if I don't hear her complaining, I hear him saying that he's not good enough for her. I don't hear him saying that his mother is miserable.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If he's witnessing his mother being sad and he's canceling dates after she already got ready, why wouldn't you say something?
It's true too.
Oh, I would
would.
say something, but
He's not
the only-
worth it, Mom.
But he says, I hate to see my mom sad all the time, but I don't hear that the mom is communicating with him, I can't do any better than this, or, anything that she's not verbalizing anything in this letter. So, Stefan, I think you need to look carefully. Clearly, the guy's not up to your standards, but unfortunately, he may be what she's happy with. He may be good enough. She may be happy to settle.
Ugh, that's a terrible word. She should not settle ever.
Well, I agree, but
if somebody cancels that many times, it makes me sad and expects her to pay for the dates and leaves her hanging for days on end.
Susan, would you wait for your son? You wouldn't.
Excuse me, what?
You wouldn't wait for your son to say these things?
I'm saying she should.
But she's not.
Well, then he should. Bring it to her attention.
Yeah, you can only do so much for somebody. Like, there's only a certain extent in which you can make things happen. People have to believe themselves in order to make a change.
Exactly.
And that's really tough. So you have to help guide them and support them in that correct decision.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is.
I wouldn't want to stand by and watch it. But Stefan, thank you. And I'm glad you love your mom so much. Talk some sense into her. Okay, this next one's from Chloe, and she is 43 from Waterloo, Ontario. Hey, ladies. I love the pod, and I'm hoping for some words of encouragement right now. All of my best friends are either having or have had babies/families, and I'm feeling so much jealousy and sadness. Being in my early 40s, this has been the norm for a while, but now it's all my closest friends, and I feel like I'm getting to a point where it may be too late for me by the time I meet someone. I literally had a best friend, and my cousin tells me this week that they're pregnant. I am truly beyond happy for my friend and don't want to bring them down, but I'm struggling emotionally. When my best friend told me, I actually cried about it for the rest of the night, which made me feel like a horrible person. Any advice on how to try to be happy for them while also feeling sad for myself, and how to set boundaries with them without sounding like I am not wanting to be a part of their pregnancy or their kids' lives. Appreciate you guys so much. Oh, that breaks my heart. It's not too late, first of all. Second of all, of course you're going to feel sad because that's something that you wanted. You are absolutely normal. I don't think there's anything at all wrong with you. And you will be a part of your friends' babies' lives. You just want it for yourself. I don't know. What do you think, guys?
Well, I will just quickly add that my daughter had her first baby, and several of her friends are in their late 30s and early 40s, and they verbalize exactly this. They're happy, but they feel like the window is closing for them. Mm-hmm. And, realistically, it may be closing for them. Not necessarily marriage, but having children. And I think sometimes it's like, Jonathan, you said, you just have to sort of live your life and celebrate the time that you are in your life. And if you celebrate that, then other opportunities come your way. And I think that she can be friends and should support them and love them, but it's okay to feel sad but also realize that other incredible opportunities may be coming your way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for me, this is a really hard one to answer, especially as a man. It's really hard to look at that and not be like, well, you shouldn't let other people's successes bring you down. That feels like a source of like envy, where it's like people like you shouldn't be mad at that, but it's not that easy, Yeah. I think there's a lot of societal pressure and physical pressure even to have kids at a certain age, and you have a biological clock that you're abiding by. So for me, it's just like, I guess from a guy's perspective, it's more just keep your head up. And if that's something you really, really want, and if you want it so bad that you don't care that you have a partner, there's other forms of making that happen.
Right.
For yourself. Right. So it's a tough one. I wish her the absolute best. And I hope she kind of comes to a conclusion on what she wants. Because if she wants a family with a person, maybe she waits to find the person and then adopts.
Yeah, or you could just go
Something
get
along those lines.
pregnant.
That's what I meant,
If it's
Jonathan,
just
when
a
I said
baby,
being-
you can get
Yeah.
pregnant.
That's what I meant when I said being open to other opportunities,
Yeah,
adoption or
If
surrogacy.
she does
Or
want to be a mother, she could go to a fertility clinic and
Right.
just become a mother and find somebody later down
Right.
the line.
right.
And the right person will be perfectly okay with that.
Yeah.
I know. I do
Absolutely.
feel for, and like I said, it's okay to feel a little bad for yourself because you are a little envious of that. You know, it's normal.
A normal human
That-
emotion, and it's okay.
Yeah,
to feel.
it is.
It's okay. To
I got a little
acknowledge them.
sad on that one.
Well,
But you know
what?
what, Jonathan? You were awesome. I love your words of wisdom here.
Yeah.
You seem much more mature than you actually, your age. You got a good head on your shoulders.
I have to say, though, Susan, I think a lot of the people that we have interviewed from Bachelor Nation,
I think they all learned
chronologically,
something.
you guys are obviously from where we sit, you're really young, but you guys, we've done so many interviews at this point of Bachelor Nation people, and you all have such wonderful perspective and joyful lives. And even you've had some hard things. You really have this upbeat attitude of life is good. And I'm so excited about where it's taking me. And I, for one, thank you for, sharing that happiness with us.
Yes,
Of
thank
course.
you. And hopefully we'll be with you on Paradise.
I would hope so. And
But
going
definitely
off the
look-
positivity too, like with the platform that I've been given, and the
Right.
fact that people
We're
do
gifted.
apparently, gifted, and the fact that people are giving me so much love, all I want to do is return that in spades. And I hope that people take a little positivity and peace of mind from knowing, like,
That's what
somebody out
Kathy
there-
and I do
And that's, I
every
was just
single
going to
day.
say, Susan and I, the thing that we try to do is give people that positivity, but also at our age, realize you're not invisible. Life isn't
not
over.
over.
Get up, move,
The best
enjoy life,
chapter.
because this is the last and best chapter of our lives.
Yes,
So it's the
yes.
same kind of thing, just at our age. It looks a little different. Well, listen, we can't wait to see you again, Jonathan. Hopefully it's Bachelor in Paradise, but who knows? Be sure to follow us, though, on Bachelor Happy Hour, because we do have new episodes coming out every week. And if you liked what we did today with Jonathan and our chats with him, you're going to love what's coming up next.
Yeah, please just keep sending us these questions because we'll do as much as we can to give you some advice, whether it's good advice or not. And you just have to go to bachelornation.com/golden hour or hit us up on social at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks so much, Jonathan. Everyone, have a great week.
I've been on the hunt to curate my perfect capsule wardrobe, and spoiler alert, it's from Abercrombie.